Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today's video is going to be my monthly favorites video. These are all the things that I was loving in the month of April. I can't believe another month has come and gone. It was such a fun month. I feel like I had cool experiences. I tried out some cool products. I have other miscellaneous favorites. I have makeup, food, fragrance, body care, clothes, a book. I have just various things, music. I have things. So many things, a huge pile. I actually had to work to dwindle this pile down because it was just getting a little overkill. But I still have quite a lot to talk about, and I'm excited to share it with you. Before we get into the favorites video, I did of course film this look. It should already be up on my Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all that good stuff by the time this video goes up. And as far as my accessories today go, I have actually no idea where this choker's from, but these earrings are from a brand called Intuitive Wisdom. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop in and chat about my favorite things for the month of April. I feel like the first one I want to talk about is just the fact that I got to go to the Creators and Friends event. It was so much fun. I've already posted a vlog. I posted a whole get ready with me playing with a lot of the products that I got from the trip and just chatting about it in general. So I don't want to drone on too long, but just a huge shout out to Samantha March and Simbri for organizing the event. I'm so honored that I got to go. I really hope I'll get to attend future ones in upcoming years. I just had the absolute best time. I got to hang out with people I'm already friends with and meet new people, and just, it was the best time. It was so cool meeting different brands, and it was just such a positive, uplifting experience, and it will forever be a lifetime favorite, definitely a monumental moment for me. It was amazing. I'm so thankful. And now let's start with makeup. I feel like that's a good place to start. I'm actually gonna start with brushes. This set was one of the gifts at the Creators and Friends event. Sigma was a huge sponsor of the event, and I'm just so thankful that I got to try these early, and I'm obsessed with them now. These are the 5 new Sigma brushes in the soft coverage brush collection, but as you can see, I've been using these non-stop. They are so good. The F48 has been great for foundation, specifically one that I'm gonna talk about here in a second. The F72 has been my go-to concealer brush, again, for a concealer I'm gonna talk about here in a second. I've been using the F43 specifically, mostly for cream contour-y type products. I've used it for cream blush as well. It's really nice. These just blend beautifully. The F08 is pretty great for under eye setting powder, and I typically use a powder puff for my under eyes, but if I'm gonna use a brush right now, this is the one I've been using because it just fits so well. And the F11 I've actually been using for blush, which is kind of surprising because I usually use an angled blush brush, but there's just something about this one. It's really nice, and I've just been loving these brushes. I think they're fantastic. And I think this video is actually getting uploaded in the month of April. So through the end of the month, if you use my affiliate code BATTYBEAN on Sigma's website, you get 40% off. There are a couple exclusions, including that new brush set. But if you're picking anything else up, it is 40% off site-wide with just a couple exclusions. So now's the time to shop if you want to. I'll have all these products linked down below, as well as any discount codes if I have any, by the way. Next up, Salt New York was one of the other brands that was at the event. The owner, Kiki, is the most amazing human I've ever met in my life. And the Sneaky Balm foundation is one of my new favorite products of all time. You can see how much I've already used it. I love using that foundation brush I just mentioned with this. I'm wearing it today. I've been wearing it most days. It is just so beautiful. Very much a natural, kind of light to medium coverage depending on how much you build it up. It is so lightweight, it is so skin-like, it is so beautiful. One of the most beautiful foundation-y type products I've ever used. I think this is so good, and you better believe when I run out, I'm gonna be replacing it immediately because it is just incredible. Also from Salt New York, I have a couple other goodies, but I specifically wanted to shout out the concealer as well. You can see I've also made a huge dent in it. I've been using it pretty much every day in conjunction with that Sneaky Balm foundation. I've used it with other foundations too. It's great, but I do like them paired together specifically. I just think it blends really well. It's a little emollient, but I feel like a little goes a long way. It blends into the skin really nice, and then when you set it down with powder, I just think it looks beautiful. It's such a good concealer. It's very, again, natural. It's not too heavy. It is so gorgeous. I've also really been liking the contour, the blush, the highlight. It's all really pretty. But for me, the foundation and concealer are definitely the stars of the show. I plan on getting into more of those blushes too, because I got 4 more and I'm excited to continue playing with them over the next lifetime. On the topic of cheek products, the Blend Bunny and Ellis Atlantis collab. Part of the collection were 2 blush trios, and they are just so beautiful. I've already done a full video with this collection, by the way, but this is the Lunar Eclipse blush trio. And we have the Solar blush trio, They are so freaking pretty. I love how we have the very warm one, the very cool one. They blend out so beautifully. I love my original blush palettes from Blend Bunny, and these are so freaking cute. The warm one specifically, I think I'm gonna be reaching for all summer long. I love the pinks in the lunar one. It is just such a cool product. I love the packaging. I love the insides. These are amazing blushes. And speaking of more blushes, I'm also loving the luminous powder blushes from Rare Beauty. I just have 2 here, but I do have all 6 of them. I think they are incredible. I've tried a lot of blush this month, so I feel like I haven't been able to devote all of my attention to one singular blush, but I've been trying to bounce around as much as possible, and these are just the ones that have stood out to me the most. We have Hope and Happy. They are just so pretty. They're so glowy on the cheeks. They are just gorgeous. I'll do a little swatch here just so you can kind of get an idea of how glowy they are. I feel like they're really pretty on their own, but they also layer on top of other blushes, specifically liquid and cream blushes, really, really well. They are just so pretty. If you don't like a glowy blush though, you would hate this. Like, this is borderline blushy highlighty combo, like very, very glowy. You have to like a glowy cheek to enjoy these, but I do, and I'm loving them. I think they are so cool. Speaking of more glow, another part of the Blend Bunny Ellis Atlantis collection was the Celestial Cheek Glaze, and this is just incredible. It's so wet looking. It is delicious. It's just the most sparkly, shiny, wet looking, delicious product. It's another kind of like almost blush toppery highlight fusion, but this one definitely leans way more highlighty, whereas the Rare Beauty ones are definitely more blushy. And this is so wet looking. Like, as you can see, like, it looks like I put a liquid on my hand. It's so gorgeous. I love this. I want more of these. Like, I want there to be more shades of this formula because it's to die for. Blend Bunny, please and thank you. I've also tried quite a few lip products this month, but my absolute favorite is the Patrick Ta She's Expensive lip gloss. This is one of the purchases I made at the Sephora sale, which I didn't buy very many things, but this is one of them. And I'm just so happy with it. It's so pretty, so shiny, so sparkly, so smooth and lightweight. I've had my eye on this formula for years now, like ever since it first came out, and I'm so glad I finally have one, but I'm kind of kicking myself for not getting one sooner because this is like a perfect formula. It's not a plumping gloss or anything, and I do like a plumping gloss, but as far as glosses that don't plump, this is gonna be like one of my top favorites, hands down. Moving on to eyeshadow, I've tried so many amazing, amazing eyeshadow palettes lately. So for this video, I'm only gonna shout out my recent top 2 favorites because otherwise we'll be here for 100 years. Stay tuned for my upcoming roundup review video of all of the products I tried in the month of April. It's gonna be such a long video, but I will be breaking down everything that I've tried and giving you my full thoughts on everything. But for this favorites video, I just wanted to shout out my 2 favorites because I mean, it's a favorites video. First being the new remastered Strawberry Moon by Ensley Reign. This palette came out initially, I think a year or more ago. It looks like this. It's so pretty. I never owned the original one, but this one they kind of redid the pans to be their magnetic square pans. Some of the shades I think they tweaked to be even more unique and special. And I'm obsessed with this. I think it's so pretty. It's such a lovely explosion of color. I love all the different multi-chromes and shifty shades. There's a couple hollow chromes in here. It is such a vibrant, fun palette, and I'm gonna be using this all the time in summer. Like, it's gonna be my top favorite for the summer for sure. I'm so excited about it. It's gorgeous. My other favorite is The Secret Garden by Beaute Bar. It is just so pretty. Like, look at these colors. I love all these garden vibes that brands keep coming out with lately, and this one is just so pretty. It's so lush. It has rich dimensional jewel tones, but also really fun, like, pops of brightness and pastel. It is so freaking cute. I've had so much fun playing with this. I love Beaute Bar's formulas. Again, there are just so many pretty shifty shades in here, and the mattes are so rich. I love this palette. Moving on now to fragrance. 2 of my other purchases in the Sephora sale are 2 more Kayali mini perfumes because I have 2 already. I have the pistachio gelato and the vanilla, and I love them. And I wanted to pick up more scents, and this is the perfect size for me. I just don't feel the need to collect the giant bottles. It takes me forever to, like, I've never gone through one of these so far. So if I ever do, and I love it that much, maybe I'll get the big size, but it's gonna take me forever to even get through these. But I got the Juicy Apple one, and I got the Sparkling Lychee. These are so good. I like the Lychee one the most. It just smells like fruity candy. It is so good. And the apple one really does smell just like juicy apples. It is so lovely. I love pairing these together. I love mixing them with like the vanilla and the pistachio one. These are just so good. Next on my list is Burning Cherry. I need that one as well. Eventually I will collect all of them as long as I like the scent, obviously. I like sweet, I like fruity, that's kind of my vibe. And these are just so cute. I'm so happy to have these. Next in the body care realm, City Beauty was another brand that participated in the Creators and Friends event. And this body balm is insane. It's the Invisicrepe body balm. I love this. This was the one Allie Dawson and I shared in our bathroom, and she let me take this one home, and then we all got another full size in our goodie bags. This is so good. It's like kind of thick, like when you grab some of it out of the container, but then it melts into the skin so beautifully. I love this lotion. I use it every time I get out of the shower immediately. It is just so nice. It sinks into the skin so beautifully. It makes me feel so nicely moisturized without feeling like lotiony sticky. This is so good. I have some clothes. If you saw one of my recent vlogs, I did a little Etsy shopping for some clothes, and I'm loving them, and I want to shout them out again in case you missed the vlog. But I was specifically seeking out like random fan-made merch items on Comfort Colors brand t-shirts, because Comfort Colors is just my favorite brand for t-shirts. And I got a few. Like we have this Valaris one from the Akatar series, and I love it so incredibly much. All of these are going to be from different sellers, but I'll have them all linked down below for you. But so cute. I like how this looks like kind of an old band tee. Like it looks kind of worn and just used, and I love it. It's so cozy. The Comfort Colors brand is just, I just love the material. It feels like a vintagey t-shirt. It's so nice. I also got a couple Taylor Swift pieces. So this one's the Holiday House Beach Club Rhode Island, themed around the Last Great American Dynasty song in her house that is here. But it's so cute, and I really like this color. I thought this would be a fun little summer shirt. And then this one's a little wrinkly because it was already worn and I plucked it out of my hamper for this video. But I needed a Tortured Poets Department shirt, obviously. I wanted one before the album even came out, but I love it. It's so cozy, it's so cute, I'm obsessed. And then not a t-shirt, but I did also get this crew neck because I love a crew neck. I love being cozy in a crew neck at home. But another Taylor Swift Tortured Poets Department, the All's Fair in Love and Poetry. And which hand is it on? This arm. There's a little Tortured Poets Department. So couple little cuties. I love them. I've been wearing them constantly. I have a book. As always, I don't like to drone on and on about books in these videos just because my upcoming reading wrap up, Get Ready With Me, will be very soon, where I talk about all the books that I read in the current month. But I do like to shout out my current favorite of the month in my favorites videos. And my favorite for this month was Happy Place by Emily Henry. This came out, I think, last summer, but it was only in hardcover, so I wanted to patiently, maybe a little impatiently, wait for the paperback so it would match my other Emily Henry books. And it finally came out on paperback. I finally read it and I loved it. It was almost a 5-star. I'd probably give it like a 4.5, 4.75. It just didn't quite give me that 5-star feeling, but I really loved this book. It's just such a good story about Harriet and Wynne and just kind of like where their relationship is at right now. They're going with all their friends to the summer house that they all go to every single summer. It's the last summer they're all gonna have this cottage to go to, and they're trying to just keep it together for all their friends, because what their friends don't know is Harriet and Wynne broke up recently. They'd been together forever. They were engaged even, and now their relationship isn't, and they're trying to fake it a little bit to keep their friends happy. But you're also getting kind of the past and present perspective of like where things started to go down and where things are at now. It's such a good story about like finding yourself and recognizing like changes in your life. It's so representative of like, maybe like you have this close group of friends when you're younger, and then as you're growing and getting older and your life tracks are kind of changing, like how that separation starts to happen. It's so good. It made me feel so emotional. I loved this book. It was so good. And I want to read her new book, Funny Story, so bad when it comes out, but it's also coming out in hardcover first. So I will also impatiently wait until next year when the paperback comes out. I don't know why authors don't just release both at the same time, or just do the paperback. I don't want the hardcover. I have a snack favorite. I feel like I've been sharing snack favorites every month, and this month is no different. Trader Joe's just always has the most fun snacks. And these chocolate covered sea salt Butterscotch caramels are incredible. They are literally all of those flavors in one. Like you first taste it and you get the chocolate because it's on the outside. And then as you're kind of consuming said sweet treat, you get that salty sweetness, you get that butterscotch, the caramel. These are so good. It takes so much willpower to not eat the entire bag in one sitting. Like I'm trying not to eat any right now, but I don't need to eat them this morning. I can wait until later. But these are delicious. I need an unlimited supply of them. They're so good. And I think my last favorite to shout out is obviously the new Tortured Poets Department album by Taylor Swift, specifically the anthology edition with all 31 songs. It is so good. Like I haven't quite determined where on the ranking it goes for me as far as all 11 of her albums, but it's definitely in the top 5. I keep listening to it nonstop. I literally can't stop listening to it. Like if I'm not actively like working or talking to somebody, it is playing. It is so good. And I can't even pick a favorite song. They're just all so amazing. The 2 collabs, Fortnite with Post Malone and Florida with Florence and the Machine, are incredible. I love Tortured Poets Department. Down Bad, oh my gosh. So Long London, but Daddy I Love Him is so good. Who's Afraid of Little Old Me became such a quick favorite. Guilty as Sin has been playing in my head nonstop lately. Clarabow, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, oh my goodness. I'm Gonna Get You Back. Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus, I Hate It Here. I Look in People's Windows. The Prophecy, The Bolter, The Manuscript. It is such a work of art of an album. I cannot get enough. It is 2 hours and 2 minutes long, and I could listen to it forever, and I probably will. It is incredible. I'm so happy the new album is here. It just has me so excited. And yeah, I feel like I just shoved 1,000 pieces of information at you of my current favorite things, and I think that's where I'm gonna leave you today. Like I said, stay tuned for my upcoming roundup review of all of the makeup and products in general that I tried last month, because it is gonna be a full-length feature film. Coming to a theater near you. But I would love to hear your thoughts. What do you think of the things I talked about? Are you interested in any of them? Do you want any of them yourself? What were your favorite things for April? I love always hearing your favorites for the month as well, whether it's makeup, food, something you did, anything at all. Leave your favorites down below. If you made it to the end of this video, leave your current favorite emoji, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot, and if you're not already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm BATTYBEAN there as well, and if you want, you can subscribe. I'm posting most days over here. Also, feel free to join my channel memberships. The link to sign up will be down below. You'll get fun little perks, including a members-only video once a month. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.